DC36, The Magical Christmas Trees. Soul-touching and life-enhancing stories. The Magical Christmas Trees. In a huge country visited by the four seasons, there lived a farmer by the name Ojak. Ojak owned huge fields on which he planted Christmas trees. The fields, which were now standing full of trees, were close to his house. Christmas time was near, and soon these fields would become empty again. Ojak had started his business many years ago, and financially he was doing very well. Through every year cutting and selling Christmas trees to big companies who came to pick up the Christmas trees, they in turn sold them at supermarkets and markets. Then, with replanting, his business grew and grew. It was on a day at the end of November that Ojak had left his bedroom window open, as it was an unusual warm night and Ojak had gone into a deep, deep sleep. Suddenly, going from a deep sleep to a lighter sleep, Ojak woke up hearing sounds. Sounds of a sad and weeping song. The sound, sad and weeping, was unfamiliar to Ojak. There was nothing in the direct neighborhood. So he sat up straight in his bed, and he still didn't know if it was part of his dream or sounds coming from outside. Ojak got out of his bed and walked to his bedroom window to see where the sound was coming from. It was a starry night, so he had a clear vision of the nearby fields. His eyes opened widely while staring at his field of Christmas trees. Each Christmas tree was surrounded by a silver cloud, swaying back and forth with a light breeze, and believe it or not, the sad song and weeping melodies were coming from the Christmas trees. Ojak quickly dressed himself. A little frightened but very curious, he walked into the field of his Christmas trees. As he stood there in the middle of the field, he had the feeling as if he was in between a choir. But this time the choir was not people, but Christmas trees singing. Ojak, in a loud voice, screamed, "What is happening here?" Suddenly it became calm, and in a soft voice, the Christmas trees, in a chorus, answered his question. "Hello, Ojak. We are the spirits of the Christmas trees, and we are very sad. Soon we will be cut down from our roots and sold to the people for Christmas and slowly die. On one hand, we do not mind to die when we really can be of use to mankind. But see what has come of these Christmas celebrations. Christmas has just become about presents and eating. Also, many people put themselves in financial despair because of this season, not to forget their health. Most people after Christmas celebrations become sick because their body has been overpolluted and stressed out. But what can I do about this? Answered Ojak. You are my bread and butter. The whole purpose of planting you is to cut you down at Christmas time. Why are you crying now suddenly? You see, Ojak, answered the trees, we have been weeping for several years, but you never heard us. And we also have no answer, but we all hope that you will come up with a solution. We have to say farewell to you, Ojak, spoke the Christmas trees. Good night. And hopefully we do not have to sing our sad song anymore. Puzzled, Ojak went back to his bedroom, trying to figure out what he could do about the situation. While sitting in his bed, still with his window open, Mother Wind suddenly came in and carried Ojak into the skies, carrying him to the North Pole Star, where he was delivered at the doorstep of Santa Claus. Ojak, more puzzled than before, suddenly stood in front of Santa. Santa was sitting in a chair and spoke. "Hello, Jack. I have been expecting you, for I have come to know about your situation." "Can you help me then with this problem, Santa?" Jack asked. "I think I can help you out, but it will not be easy." "Look," continued Santa, "I have here several bags of magical Christmas tree seeds. Take them with you and try selling these seeds instead of cutting down and selling your Christmas trees." "But not everybody would want to buy seeds," answered Jack. And Santa said, "Just do your best by trying to sell more of these seeds, as many seeds as possible." "And what can I promise the people when they buy these magical Christmas seeds?" "Well," spoke Santa, "before you promise them anything, you have to tell them these things: that they have to plant these seeds either in their garden or in a huge pot, and that they may never have to cut or sell the tree coming from these seeds. Nor can anything that the tree is going to bear be sold. You can tell the people that this seed will grow and will be a full-grown Christmas tree before Christmas Day. They also do not need decorations, because the tree will bring its own decorations and presents. And, as I said before, these presents may not be sold, but can always be shared." "Oh, I think this information will help me to convince some people," said Jack. "I think I will be able to inspire people to buy many of these seeds, because I myself are already very curious." After a cup of tea, Santa Claus said farewell to Jack, who was again brought home by Mother Wind right into his bedroom, together with all the bags of seeds. In the following days, Jack was busy with trying to convince as many people who came to buy Christmas trees to buy his magical Christmas seeds. He was not always successful, because many people still wanted to have their traditional cut-down Christmas tree. Jack himself had taken several seeds and planted them in his garden, and also several in pots with soil that were standing now in his house. These seeds were truly magical. Magic, for everybody who planted them. He actually could see the tree growing when looking at him. And as promised, by Christmas Eve the trees had all become full-grown Christmas trees. The green was brighter than any Christmas tree on the planet, and around 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, snowflakes were coming down from the skies and covering houses, streets, and trees. And for those who had their magical Christmas tree, their curiosity and patience was rewarded. Colorful shadows were coming from the skies and dancing in and out and around each Christmas tree, singing happy songs. They were the spirits of all fruit-bearing trees on the planet, bringing their presents to each individual magic Christmas tree. Within seconds, each Christmas tree was hanging full of each fruit and nut growing on the planet Earth. Imagine seeing a Christmas tree with oranges, bananas, papaya, cherries, avocados, almonds. Unbelievable! Talking about decorating a Christmas tree? This was the most beautiful decoration one could have imagined. While the melodious singing of all the spirit continues, all the fruits and nuts in the trees lit up. For those who had the privilege to watch all this, it was the most beautiful Christmas Eve they could ever have imagined. Parents and children were just standing with open mouths and open eyes watching this magical wonder. Many people tried that evening to take some of the fruits and nuts off the tree, but it was impossible. Anytime somebody wanted to pull a fruit or nut off the tree, a loud crying was coming from that particular fruit or nut. On Christmas morning, however, things had changed. The individual fruits were now were not giving lights anymore and could easily be picked off the tree, and these were wonderful presents. The best and healthiest food from all over the world, from the planet, right here at their house, ready to be consumed. What was even more magical, every time an item was taken off the tree, another one appeared in its place immediately. It was a feast with healthy presents, and the people who had these magical trees had a very healthy Christmas. Then after the Christmas celebrations were over, the trees kept on giving their presents. However, some people saw the chance of trying to make money by selling the fruits and nuts, but the moment money was exchanged, the food items went bad instantly. On the other hand, there were many people who were sharing and giving their magical presents, in which case the fruits and nuts were a present for those who received them. After the New Year celebration had passed, a worldwide disaster happened. In the warmer climates, crops were destroyed because of all the usage of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. The food manufacturers were unable to deliver most foods to the supermarkets. Although an unfortunate time in the world, mankind was very fortunate to have these magical Christmas trees, which gave and shared by their owners plenty of food, and mankind was able to survive this worldwide disaster in the healthiest way possible. After the world economy disaster had come to an end, people were waiting for the Christmas period to come so that they could purchase one or several magical Christmas tree seeds. And every year, Ojak went to visit Santa, where he received bags of magical Christmas tree seeds, which he now, instead of selling, gave to his buyers. Ojak himself had only very need of money, for he had several magical Christmas trees, which gave plenty of food all year round. On top of that, he became one of the healthiest people on the planet. Most of the meals he consumed came from the trees, as Mother Nature intended. Ojak lived a long life, and by the time Ojak passed on, the entire planet had undergone a complete change of eating habits, and there was no place on earth where people had to die of starvation. What the story could bring us. To preserve nature and still have a Christmas tree in our homes, we could buy a Christmas tree with its roots, plant it in our garden and remove it and put it in a big pot indoors for the Christmas celebration. When you have no garden, it could grow inside your home permanently. In general, instead of buying cut flowers, we can buy potted plants that flower.